welcome to this week's Whisky Wednesday. Okay, so it's been a really great week here with Murray McDavid. I've actually just started my annual leave today and I totally forgot about Whisky Wednesday. So I am currently in my dad's garage, which is not a bad setup. And luckily I had some Murray McDavids in my car. So we've got some nice ones to talk through. Okay, but no, really busy week with Murray McDavid. We're getting geared up for the Spirit of Speyside Festival, which is in a few weeks, which is terrifying. 26th of April to the 1st of May. And yeah, really exciting stuff. But this week's Whisky Wednesday, I don't actually know which one I'm going to talk about, to be honest, but I feel like I'm always gravitating towards the Mission Gold, but we'll go for a benchmark today. So one of the benchmarks from our current release is a Glen Garioch, just here. So I like to think of this one as the weird and the wonderful at the moment, because it's finished off in a Tokaji wine cask, which is a Hungarian dessert wine. And honestly, I'd never heard of Tokaji before in my entire life, which is until I started with Murray McDavid, obviously. But no, there's some really cool things going on in this whiskey. So I'll just open it up, give you guys a look at the bottle. There we go. There we go. By the way, I'm a little bit out of breath because I rushed so much to get this setup done. I think it was about 5 minutes ago that I actually remembered I was supposed to be doing a Whisky Wednesday. There we go. I'm on my holidays, so it's a nice house dram. Just leave that out. So, on the nose, there's orange, I would say. Maybe like honeyed orange, I'd say, like a really sweet orange. Citrusy. But I'm more interested in the palate with this one because the Tokaji wine casks, they tend to give us, honestly, I mean, the only way I could think to describe it is juicy. It's just a very thick, voluptuous dram. But I'll give it a go. You know, it is very gripping to the palate, but then you've also got these floral notes coming through, which is fantastic. And I mean, it's just a lovely dram, to be honest. And if you've never heard or tasted any Tokaji wine finishes, please come and grab this one and give it a go. We've also got a single cask release out right now from our UK exclusives, and well, that one is, one of those is a Kalila that's been finished in Tokaji. And we took that to Whisky Live, where we were in London last weekend. I think we sold out of that in about 2 hours, 3 hours, which is pretty amazing. I've just had a message from Livia and she is telling me that my connection is terrible. I am literally out in my dad's back garden right now, so that is probably the issue. But hopefully everybody can hear me okay and we can continue talking. Liv, if it gets worse, please shoot me a message, okay, and I'll see if I can run inside. But no, the orange really does come through in the nose. So that one's 11 years old. It spent about 2 years in that Tokaji cask, which is quite a lengthy finish. So you really have had that influence from that really sweet, viscous white wine. But no, I think Tokaji casks are doing some sensational things to whiskey. It's rocketing to the top of my "ooh, that's interesting" list. As soon as I hear or see about a Tokaji finished whiskey, I'm gravitated towards it, as a lot of people in the industry are right now, because it's something new, exciting, and everybody's talking about it, which is pretty cool. But just to touch on our Spirit of Speyside events again, guys, we have this fantastic opportunity of a blending workshop, and we are still working out the schedule for the festival, but it looks like it's going to be myself and Dean that are going to be taking the blending workshops, which is pretty cool. It's really, really exciting for me. I'm really excited to be involved in something like that. But becoming a whiskey maker for a day, you know, that is really, really cool, and you get to leave with your own blended whiskey that you've created yourself. But hopefully we can maybe put like a link to the tickets in the comments if anybody wants to jump on and see if they can get a ticket. But they are selling, so jump on it fast. Yeah. Is there anybody else online having a Whisky Wednesday dram? You want to comment in what is your dramming? I'd love to hear. It's a rare picture in the background. That is my dad in his distillery days, if you can see that. Yeah. I'm actually not sure what distillery that is. Is it Belgium? Or Nicando? It's Nicando, yeah. So for those of you who don't know, my dad was a stillman at Nicando for a very long time. Before that, he was a cooper at Speyside Cooperage, and he's now a service cooper at Macallan Distillery, which is pretty cool. And this is his shed that we're in right now. You guys are currently balanced on my dad's pool table, which he loves and cherishes a little bit more than me. What are you dramming along with, Martin? I hope it's the Murray McDavid I got you for Christmas. He's not talking to me. Anyway, another really, really cool event that's going on at Spirit of Speyside is our Colburn Whisky Warehouse Tours. I know I mentioned this in the last week's video, but I just wanted to touch on it a little bit again, because seeing those warehouses, it really is a special experience. You know, I mean, there's like 95 different spirits under one roof, and there's over like 120 different cask types. It's it really is a crazy thing to see if you love the whiskey world. And there's also that tour that you can buy where you go around and get drams out of the cask, which is, you know, it's a fantastic experience. If I wasn't doing these tours, I would definitely be buying a ticket to go and get some drams out of a cask. That is really a once in a lifetime experience. Oh man. Yeah, so we've got a couple of events coming up. We've got Whiskey and a That in 2 months' time, which is going to be a great time. If you've not got tickets for that, you should definitely book in some. I myself am going to be hosting a tasting in Edinburgh next Thursday. So it's in collaboration with the Tipsy Midgie, if anybody has heard of that before. But it's looking like it's going to be a pretty big tasting, and I was working on the lineup earlier on this week, and it's looking like a good one. I think I might have to get the train in so that I can partake a little bit. Okay. But no, tickets for that will be all over our socials at the start of next week. So if anybody wants to come along and join in on the tasting, just stay tuned on the Murray McDavid Instagram or my Instagram, and you'll definitely get some tickets for that. Okay. But no, this dram is going down a little bit too well. But as I said, I am on annual leave, so it's okay. I'm still yet to hear of anybody else's Whisky Wednesday drams. Well, this is my favourite part of doing this. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. So some of the other things that we've got available in the current range is pretty cool. So this one here is a 11-year-old Girvan single grain whiskey. So this one's kind of got a special place in my heart because it's the one whiskey that's actually turned me on to grain whiskey. Before this came out, I was very much in the mindset of grain whiskey needs to be very, very old for it to be enjoyable. and this changed my mind. So it's 11 years old. It is finished off in a PX cask, which is my favourite kind of cask. But honestly, that is the youngest grain whiskey that I've ever actually enjoyed. Moving on, we've got this lovely Mission Gold, which is a 26-year-old out the Bain, and it's been finished off in Oloroso and red wine casks for 6 years, that one, so it's a very, very lengthy finish, and we've really managed to get the influence from those Oloroso and red wine casks in there. I'll just give the bottle a little open up and you can see. There we go. But no, with this one, you know, you've got sort of, I mean, red wine casks, you're going to get those sort of like red fruits, you know, red currants, cherries, that sort of thing. With it having been in a bourbon cask for so long, you're definitely going to get those vanilla notes coming through. But all in all, it's a class dram, a really, really lovely dram. If you get a chance to pick one of those up, I would go for it. Okay. Has anybody got any questions for me this Wednesday while I try and finish off this dram? Everything that comes out of PX cask is awesome. Yeah, we definitely share that opinion, Martin. I'm still waiting to hear what it is that you're dramming. He's dramming. You got thanks, Slim. Yeah, so Martin is currently dramming our Ben Rinnes from the release, which is what I got him for his Christmas. For those of you who don't know, Martin is my older brother. Okay. But yes, I hope that it's going down as well as it did at Christmas, Martin. But no, that is absolutely fantastic. Anybody got any questions for me? More than happy to answer about Spirit Speyside, about our events coming up, about our new releases. Any questions, fire them through at me. I'm more than happy to answer. And if not, I'm going to sign off and go on annual leave. Okay. Drams in the palace. It's not a palace, Melissa, I promise. I would give you a little tour around, but my dad's bike's in the corner, and I don't really want to ruin the video. You should have seen how quickly I actually managed to get this place organised for this. It really was a feat. Oh, man. No questions, guys? Okay, well, that means I'm going to wrap up today's Whisky Wednesday. I know this one has been a short one, but as I said, I am on annual leave right now, so I need to run away awful quickly. But sorry, I've got family to see and things. But I've had a great time. Please tune in next week. I'll be doing this again. And Slàinte.